It has been far too long since we've had a stream intro that didn't have technical problems, but that's only because today the technical problems happened before the stream started. One day I'll get this right. Hello. For those of you not aware, Quint, the other main streamer on this channel, is currently in an airplane hurtling vaguely east. For who knows what reason. I know the reason. You might not know the reason. I'm not telling you the reason because I'm mysterious like that. However, while Quint's missing, I say we fly in an airplane as well and upstage him by doing it in space. It's curb time. Here's the plan. We are going to make an airplane. We are going to try and put it on the moon and then come back. It's basically going to be a normal rocket, but with wings on it. That's the scheme. Quint thinks he's cool. He's got heckin' airplane technology. We can have airplane technology. Look at that. As an airplane technology cockpit if I've ever seen one. Sandbox mode because I don't want to have an entire business to just do one launch. And for additional aesthetic, let us get on the good classic music. There we go. Silence you a bit. Good. Everything's working for the first time ever. Glad about this. Now let's build a rocket. Let's build an airplane. Let's build both. So, starting from the back, we need a rocket that can get from the moon back to planet, land normally, and land like an airplane. We obviously can't use an actual airplane jet engine because this thing needs to actually survive in space and work in space. We need to bring our own oxygen. But perhaps we can get away with something that kind of feels like an airplane if we use a Rapier engine. Because then we'll have the choice to go between airplane mode and not an airplane mode. Let's go fuel tank. Let's actually sort by cross section. Get the regular size 1. Engine fleet. Oh, we want fuel. Fuel size 1. There we go. $400 could work. I probably want an 800 just so that we have the reserve. Now, since this is going to be our primary airplane component, let's just make sure that we can actually land this thing. Or just fly it like a normal airplane. For that, we need... Oh, what's the hotkeys for this? Okay, X is for symmetry. B is for angle snap. V? Well, we've got 2 wings, but they're... Oh, it's because they're vertical. We need to rotate this. No, that didn't help. I've forgotten everything. It's been too long. That says not a plane. Save that. Leave. Go to the settings. Figure out what the controls are again. This is just the stuff. We gotta go to the real settings. Okay. Everything was a trick. We were always gonna have technical problems. Input. Okay. Pitch left. Translate. Throttle. Launch. Vessel. Landing. Actions. Don't care about these. Game. Increase view. Camera. Editor. Here we go. Toggle symmetries R. Thank you. Back to here. Resume save. Go to plane space. I got a lot of other saves of other things. Don't matter. We're good. Thank you, game, for being patient with me. Give me my plane. There we go. Mirror symmetry. The only real choice for a plane such as this. The aerodynamics is complaining that we're upside down. Oh, switch editor, of course. Now we'll build the top in the space plane hangar. Looking out the front, we're looking out the front. Good, 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 good. Everything's working once again. Center lift, center math. There we go, perfect. So what do we want in a good airplane? Probably that it works. I'm gonna go with the traditional I don't know what I'm doing design of sort of winglets in the front, winglets in the back. Enough clearance. As far as landing gear, extra large is too extra large. Large is too large. Go medium. My main goal is to just make sure that we're not gonna clip the engines upon landing at any point. And forward as possible. Looking at the diagonal, I think that's gonna be okay. Nice, nice. I'm confident this thing, as is, can probably land on the moon haphazardly from moon orbit and then return. In fact, I can probably go from moon orbit, land on the moon, come back, and I think that's what I just said. Okay. Where'd the center of lift go? Oh, it's in the plane. Okay. It's behind. I think that's what we want. No, wait. That's the center of drag. We want it in front of the plane. No. Center of drag goes behind the plane because it'll push, rotate around the center of mass, keep stable, because it'll always aerodynamically move to this. Okay. Second, control surfaces. We kind of want a tail fin but we want to make sure the tail fin's small enough that we have clearance. So I'm gonna make it out of these. And we're gonna have like a short but very long tail fin. Just like have multiple, it's like a long streak, so it'll be like a little bar of aerodynamics. Then as far as regular control surfaces, we will just go with the classic Elevon 1 and Elevon 2. Both of which are Elevon 1s. Reconsidering our health, because we want control on them. Put an Elevon 4. That'll fix us up real good. And these can be positioned forward. This can be positioned back relative to that. Wait, isn't there like a really long... Yeah, the wing streak. Ooh, wind streak might be too big. Do we have a smaller wind streak? Structural wing type C? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that's some clearance. I'll even put it a bit forward so that we know it has wheel clearance because they're within the wheels. Then I don't know why you're freaking out. Okay, if you're going to continue to freak out, I'll just put the Elevon on the engine itself and then just align it. Forward, down, and forward. Good. I think this is our plane. Okay, let's pretend we've used up most of the fuel in this thing. And there's that much left. Maybe get a little bit better. And let's see how it flies. No more concentrate. Let's get switch. Toggle mode, let's go closed cycle. Oh no, wait, toggle mode to air breathing. We have no air intakes. Okay, toggle to closed cycle. Let's go. Alright, let's see how this thing glides. know if we can make it to the island airstrip, so we'll just turn around and go back to our launch site. I'm glad the instincts are kicking back in. I'm remembering how to do this. I don't know what our optimal glide slope is. It seems like it's somewhere around here. Maybe I should add some air brakes. Alright, arbitrary runway landing. Not a textbook approach. It's fine, it's fine. A little bit of flare, a little bit of flare. Should I put the tires out wider? Maybe. Okay. Oh. Okay. Revert the hanger. Okay. Immediate thing that we can improve on. Wheels out farther. That's one. Two is get some air brakes. Do we want air intakes? Uh-oh. This thing only has 894 meters per second of delta V. That is not a lot. Hold on, I need to go to the internet and check my secret intel. All right, according to a Kerbal Space Program Delta V map that I just stole off the internet, it would take us almost all of that simply to go from the moon surface back home. Not ideal. So we either need to remove parts or add fuel. Well, in the spirit of Kerbal Space Program, need more booster, get more booster. $1,826 is a lot better. Should be enough for us to do the whole round trip from orbit. Now, looking at our aerodynamics, we may want to make them a bit better. I'm just going to arbitrarily add some swept wings to the side of it. You know, just valuing stability. Maybe a plane. Launch. Let's see how this goes. Oh, right. Wait. We didn't have a Delta V problem. I deliberately kept the fuel low to simulate a return. We don't... Can I control Z from this? No. Okay. All right, let's do... That's a goof on my part. I should have expected that I would forget. Center mass, center lift. Reasonable locations for both. Now, I put this thing at full tank value. What do we have? 2257. Perfect. Excellent. That's all we need. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably want to put some actual features on this thing. Bit of electricity storage. Some solar panels. Just to make sure we're prepared for anything. And 2225 is still good. For style, let's mesh those in a little bit better. There we are. Better yet, let's go for a full hexagon. Yeah, that looks fancy. Do you have reaction control? Reaction wheels active. Okay, so you do. Probably not a lot though. Alright, we'll put in a reaction control system. Command and control. Small inline, too small. Ooh, actually, let's do it with burner engines. That way the stakes are higher. All right, maybe a plane. Take 2, full fuel, heavy landing. Why are you having fancy jives? Alright, we appear to have run into a fancy jive problem. Are the wheels too far out? I don't know why that would be the case, but I can move them in. Okay. Is it too heavy? That could be it. Well, it's stable now. Launch. It isn't agile, but it is airborne. this one will definitely make it to the island. Maybe if I wasn't trying to break this sound barrier, I'd probably be more fuel efficient. So full confession, this is not a jet. It has a rocket engine. We're using it as a rocket engine. There's no air intake. But that's not the point. The point is, it's got wings and it can glide. If it's a glider with the ability to start a fire deliberately to make itself go faster, then it's a plane. That said, I would like more pitch control. I really should stop trying to do my approaches from so high up, but I'm always afraid I'll run short of the runway. Nose above the ground so that we don't crash into it. 60 meters, this is a good glide speed. We're coming in a little low. Oh, oh! Hey! Oh! Okay, one of the air brakes broke off because they're set to brake. Maybe move the air brakes to the side or put them on the top of the wings. Ignore the radiality of it. Beautiful. Park it. Successful flight. The air brakes could probably be revised. In fact, let's revise them. Not that big of a problem. Just put them here. Probably don't need the air brakes. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm going to declare maybe a plane to be a success. This is our vessel. Let's get it to the moon. Switch editor. Okay. Start retracted. Start retracted. Move up. Okay. Now let's start building a plane-shaped rocket under this thing. DD-12. A solid fit. So our delta V right now is 2100. I think that's enough for the entire mission. Like, well, for the moon part of the entire mission. Because it's like 800 to land from hyperbolic orbit even. From orbit to ground, it's about 600. From moon to orbit around the moon, it's about 600. Takes 300 to go hyperbolic, and then a little more. So exactly 2,000 gives us no margin for error. I would rather have the plane in moon orbit before we start using it. But I will accept moon capture trajectory. Which means that the next stage we have will be a sort of kick stage. Getting us from here to there. I don't want to use the nerve. Let's just use this one again. Ooh, now we can use the engine plates. Right? That's how that works. 12, 18 engine plate. Yeah, there we go. Medium short's a bit close. Let's go medium. Yeah, there we go. And too big. Excellent. And so that stage has 3,000 delta V in it, which is plenty. But it needs to look like a plane. So let's give it some big delta wings. And let's scooch them in just so they're flush with the tank. For style. Okay. Ignite. Shut this in. Oh, I forgot. This thing counts as a... Wait, does that mean I can just do this and it'll, like, jettison happily? So, jettison that, launch that, jettison, launch. Does it work? Are we building something sane and rational? Okay. Jettison. Launch. Figures we don't have the thrust, but it has to separate it how I think it should. Yeah. Perfect landing. I'm around this. Let's get something simpler. Alright, so that works as it should, despite the fact that it does not have the literal thrust to launch from the surface. We don't care, because it's supposed to launch from orbit. Now we just build some big heck off stage in between, and we'll be set. Too small, too Too small. Come on, where's our mediums? Where are you hiding them? Too big. Too big. Too small. Way too small. No, seriously, which one of these is the real fuel tank I'm supposed to be using for this? This is an A215 fuel adapter. I expect there to be a fuel tank that works on this darn thing. Do you adapt to nothing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hello, it's going well. We're building an airplane and are launching it to the moon. We are in the process of putting a rocket on under the airplane to get it to the moon. And I'm wrestling with the fuel tank API to find one that's the correct radius. Wait, I don't need to deal with your nonsense. I got things that are already the correct size. Okay, size 3 is too big. Size 2. Size 2! There we are. We found them. Now we need an engine. Oh, hold on. You want me to... Music a little loud. How's that? Any better? Also. How's that? Okay, good. Clear my throat, get the reverberation out of there. We are clear. Okay, what's the biggest engine I can put on this thing that still meets the radius requirement? Give me your engines. The thrust, 375. Thrust. Where is your thrust? Down here? Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 375. 650. 300. Oh, the mainsail. Of course we want the mainsail. The mainsail is not enough. Also, they've changed the way the mainsail looks. They've made it fancy. Okay, the mainsail is not enough. We need more. And you know what that means? Wait, I have an idea. We're going to take the fancy side things on the Soyuz. We're going to use them as an extra fuel tank for the mainsail. Still not enough. It's increased it by 400. We need a lot more if we want to get to orbit. Is the answer more of them? 3187. We're getting closer. I think we can accept that the upper stage doesn't need all 3,000, so we can start using it as an orbital insertion. Problem is, this is too many. If you want something that vaguely resembles an airplane, we need to make sure we're respecting the fact that it's supposed to be an airplane. What are you called? Jumbo 64? Well, then where's the Jumbo 32? Yeah, okay. Just a little extra. Okay, 2804. Let's get some big delta wings on this. Tail fins. Now that's a plane, right? I dread to look at our center of mass and center of lift. Oh no! Wait, how is that even oh, well, I mean, any better? No, this isn't. If we want this to work, we're gonna need like proper adherence to aerodynamic principles, which means the big wings have to be on the back. We are setting out to build a monstrosity, and it seems as if we've already done so. You know, maybe we can afford to make the wings on this part of the airplane smaller. Maybe thinner is the better word. And also put them on right. And with this, we are still far too forward. And we are staring some major structural issues in the face. I fear what we have created. Maybe it'll just work anyway. We've got the fuel. I don't know if we have the thrust. I don't know if we have the aerodynamic. Ready, set, go. All right, we have the thrust. Okay. Now gently tip forward. Forgot to toggle the middle rapier. There we are. Wait, that means that our delta V in that stage is abysmal compared to what I was expecting. Uh-oh, we might not actually have the fuel. We are looking aerodynamically stable. Against all my expectations. How's our apo? 23 seconds. Let's get that up to about 60. Move in, move up. 800 meters per second remaining. Apo up to 45 seconds. We need more height. We need more height. Our gravity turns too hard. Now maybe some of our lift will help us. Okay. Stage. Okay, we are still showing some aerodynamic stability. We're getting out of the thick part of the atmosphere. Engines are good. Alright, I think we either need to double down on the kick stage or make the boost stage actually good for the next iteration of this design. How you doing, Jeb? Stage 1 is falling. Should burn up soon. Okay, we are out of the atmosphere. We can now circularize. Okay. Pause. Let's run the numbers. We have 100 delta V in the first stage, and we got 2,370 in the real first stage. According to the math, we're going to need 1,800 to get to the moon's surface. We can land this, but we don't have the fuel to get back. The fact that we got into orbit at all is a major success, but this mission cannot proceed. Quint will land in about 3 hours. Also high. Alright. This is now going to be just a regular operations test. See if we can get back to the surface without catching on fire, and see if we can make an elegant landing. I think that's close enough. right, stage depleted. Let's orient ourselves radially. Oh, sorry, let's orient ourselves to the normal of the plane. And stage. Alright, where are we going to re-enter? Over the continent. Here. It's time to do it how they did with the space shuttle. Bunch of serpentine movements to flow down. See if we can hold stable at 45 degrees north. See how that changes our trajectory. We are slowing down. I can't tell how our orbital plane is changing, but I think it is. Temperatures, we have no temperature readings. We don't have a clue. There's the runway. We are going to overshoot it severely. So we may have to do an upside down U-turn. Which would certainly be funny. In fact, let's go 45 degrees pointed down. Let's see how extreme our atmospheric re-entry can get. Uh-oh, I'm seeing some heat on our main cabin. That's not a good sign. This vessel is not equipped with any heat shield technology. Okay, we are now getting to the point where we are on fire. Ugh. I'm just gonna try and keep pitching us. See if we can slow down before things get really painful. We have overshot the runway by a lot. Oh, the warning thermometer is appeared. I can hear the fire slightly over the music. This is uncomfortable. The solar panels are taking the brunt of it right now. Okay, you know what? New plan. Try and gain elevation. If we can stay in the higher parts of the atmosphere while we slow down, the heating will not be as deadly. We'll overshot the runway by even more, but we won't catch on fire, which is a benefit. Ooh, this is not good. We are not slow. Oh, okay. Something blew up. I think it's a solar panel. They removed the air brakes on this thing. We can't slow down. The plane is stuck pointing forward because we have so much aerodynamic stability. Okay, we are losing 2 more solar panels. We only have solar panels on the back now. Next threat is the cockpit, which we kind of need to fly the plane. But I'm looking at our horizon, and we are ascending. We are gaining altitude. The air will get thinner. It will heat us up less. I think we're okay now. We just need to keep this up. Also, high rose. It's going well. Things are tense, but it's working. We are very on fire currently. An unfortunate side effect of going fast. I cannot see a thing. The ground is very much dark. We're losing altitude again. Quint has just kindly informed me of exactly what airplane they're on so that I may track it using the helpful online airplane tracker thing. Which will probably be a lot easier than just predicting when it's going to land. Meanwhile, I need to predict how to land this thing. I cannot see the ground. I have no visual reference. We are descending, but our speed is slower than it was last time. Quick pause to do some technical adjustment. There we go. Okay. I think we can do this. I think we can hold steady. We almost lost the entire plane, but I think this is workable. And even to get more pitch against the wind, activate the verniers. Yeah, we're increasing our drag. We're about to be under 1 kilometer per second in atmospheres low enough that it won't obliterate us. I think we're good. Yeah, the fire is turning into just red wind. We're definitely exceeding Mach 1 here. We're probably at like Mach 3. Hard to guess. Maybe Mach 2, I don't know. But we are slowing down. And as long as we have pitch control, we can increase our drag. We are not a lawn dart. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're in stable flight. I still can't see a thing. Now we... Okay, actually, for reference, let's hold stable at like a slow descending glide. While we do that, I want to see how far past the... Okay, we've gone like a quarter of the planet. This is good intel for the next time we try and deorbit. Oh, Rose, you don't know about Jebediah Kerman? Jebediah Kerman's great. He's the fearless, brave hero astronaut of the, like, main trio. He's a legend. Okay, deploy angle. We're stable, we're descending, we are going. We are above water, I can see that now. Where is land? There is no land, we are in the middle of the ocean. A brand new question arises from the ashes. Can we land in water? I don't know. The wheels don't work on water. Have a good day, Rose. I think as long as we're under like 70 meters, we shouldn't have to worry about everything crashing when we crash. Technically speaking, we do have fuel. We could just choose to keep flying. Now, there's nowhere nearby that has any land. Like, we are in the middle of the ocean, from what I can tell. So there's no reason to keep flying if we can just land safely now. Except to reduce on mass. But I don't think that's our problem right now. I think our problem is just flying good. What angle do we descend while keeping our velocity? It seems like 12 degrees. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! Not good, not good, not good. We are... Vernier is on. Perfect landing. We've learned a few things. We've definitely learned a few things. Alright. Thing number one, make sure all of our Rapier engines are set to closed cycle mode. Because we only have closed cycle to work with. Step 2. Give stage 2 more fuel. Number 3. give stage 1 more fuel. Just a little, though. It doesn't need too much more. Number 5. The main airplane has a severe inability to deal with extreme pitch changes. It is basically acting as a lawn dart. Counterintuitive as it feels, the solution to this is to move the wings forward. Now, how much, I'm not sure. And I'm scared of maybe going too far. But like all of our mass is concentrated forward, and we need to fix that. I think the actual solution is to just put an empty tank there. That way, our control surfaces have a bit more of an axis to work with. The big problem that comes with that is that it feels like our plane doesn't have big enough wings now. So, let's give them a boost. We'll take the delta wings we have and attach them directly onto, not the fuselage, but a wing connector type A. This way we'll have still more like control authority, but up this time. The ship looks a little awkward now, just because it's got like a long tail, and I'm now afraid that the wheels aren't going to be big enough to like hold this thing down. So what if we put another wing on backwards, and then put the wheels on that instead? We need mirror. We need mirror. Star extended. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. At the very least, it makes it look... it makes it look cooler. Okay, max the deploy angle and authority limits on all of our control surfaces, just so that we have the maximum amount of control possible. Lovely. 2555 plus 912. This isn't enough. We need... I know what we need. Let's get some solid fuel. When in doubt, SRB it out. The fancy tilted in cones. Relative to the surface. Tilt that a bit down. A little bit in. A little more. Just a little more. Now we're definitely going to need some stability struts to get us off of the ground. Okay. Make sure we've got everything aligned good. Launch all those at once. Stage those. Stage out of that. Stage into this. Excellent. Introducing maybe a plane stack 2. If this thing actually gets to the moon, I'll give it a proper name maybe. Let's see how this goes. And we've been on Night Path for a while. Let's go to switch. Wait, isn't switch where we started? No, let's go to the plan then. Yeah, okay. Go. Pitch. Roll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stability is lost. Okay. The vessel is not aerodynamic. I repeat, the vessel is not aerodynamic. How do we get out of this one? Okay, focus on radial out. Head north. Keep us steady. Keep us programmed. Once the SRBs turn off, I can stabilize. Okay. Jettison those. Alright, this is a lot more controllable. Where did solar panels go? Oh yeah, I removed them. Is that going to be a problem? I think that'll be a problem, eventually. Alright, let's try for another ocean landing to see if we fixed our old problem. And ignore the fact that we have a whole lot of new problems now. Yeah, this thing is much easier to fly now. Perhaps even too easy. It's kind of a bit too loose. I'm worried we're gonna like flip backwards. This thing can glide at real slow speeds. What's up? Let's go horizontal and see what our velocity does. You may be wondering why I'm deploying the landing gear if I'm landing in the water. The answer is to reduce drag. Sorry, to increase drag. Okay, so 35 is too slow. We need to maintain something like the 40s to 50s to land safely. Perfect landing. All right, maybe we just keep our speed up, try and descend slowly over the course of a while. Maybe flare up better. Either way, we have a major stability problem we need to fix. You are not aerodynamic enough. Oh. You better be aerodynamic enough now. You know what? We're actually encroaching past the center of mass. We can't put wings past the center of mass if we want this thing to actually be aerodynamic. Here's the plan. Just big wings. What the heck happened with the symmetry? What are you doing? What? I fixed it, that fixed it. Good. Get rid of all this spontaneous junk. Get some structural support for these absolute abominations we've built. I don't think that's connected. It's not the symmetry I want. And that doesn't do anything. So... does that work? I think it worked. I'm just going to trust that worked. I really hope it worked. Okay. This is maybe a plane stack 2, take 2. Okay. We are pitching forward. No, we're pitching backwards. All right, we are more stable. We are rising. All of these things I would describe as good. In. We are clear. We got 2 kilometers per second of delta V left. That is plenty. In fact, I think we're too high. Oh, no, we're not too high yet. But we definitely want to be going full east right now. All right. Make no mistake, we are not perfectly stable. We're just stable enough. This is going to work. This is going to work. This is going to... We have... Electric charge is going to be a problem. We have no electricity generation. Completely forgot about that. And we're flaring in awkward directions. We only spend electricity when we're rotating. We can supplant that with vernier thrust. Keep going. In fact, we can toggle torque off. Use exclusively the verniers and our main engine. Okay. We're in orbit. We haven't even finished using the first stage. The second stage is 641. We have 420 in the first. Combined, that is enough to get us on a hyperbolic trajectory towards the moon. And in theory, the final stage has enough fuel to do the rest of the journey. The mission is a go. Where's that dang moon? We target. Okay. As any veteran to the game will tell you, a good way to just sort of vaguely get to the moon is to fire your engines when the moon is coming over the horizon. It's close to actually efficient. You know, you could probably like perfect it a bit if you had like exact timings, but this is good enough for fudging the numbers as much as you want. As much as you care, perhaps. So, there's moonrise. Light the engines. Out of fuel. Jettison. How's our orbit looking? Bit of a slow burn, but that's fine. And contact. Let's get that periapsis low. 600, 500, 4, 3, 2, 1. 50 is good enough. All right. Forward. This plane's going to the moon. Getting into orbit around the moon should take somewhere between like 300, 400 delta V. And then we'll start lowering our orbit and jettison the second stage for a nice, eco-friendly crash onto the surface. There are many instances in history where NASA deliberately discarded spent stages by crashing them into the moon. This is so that it wouldn't, pose an orbital risk later, or that they wouldn't know where it was going to end up in the future. So, it's NASA approved. As a reminder, we have no reaction control. Well, we have finite reaction control. I'm trying to avoid using it because we have no electricity generation. Also, something's up with our RCS. It's slightly off from where I'm expecting it to hold stable. Are our verniers on tilted? They shouldn't be. They're on the battery ring, not the anything else. Oh, we do not have any roll control, so maybe toggle the torque on that. Maybe the roll control is what we're lacking, and that's what's causing it to mess up. Oh, right. The mainsails had a fuel cell when the rocket was on, so we were actually gaining electricity while using it. I was worried about nothing. We got plenty of electricity. All right, in the interest of a good sunlight splat or touchdown, I'm gonna wait until we're like over here to do the deorbit. Okay, we are officially on landing course. Let's get the landing gear out just to prepare. We will use the rest of the second stage to lower our velocity when we get close, but the main landing will be done with the first stage alone. And we are getting close. I wouldn't say we have a good like runway to land on here, but we can make something work. Okay, deflect up so that we have more clearance to work with. Jettison. We are now on final approach. We aren't actually going to do like a horizontal landing. We'll go vertical. But I'll take my time with it. Actually, maybe we don't have to go vertical. If I had a lot of vernier engines, I could go into docking mode and try and do like a hover landing. But I really don't. Pitch forward, pitch forward, pitch forward. Get on the wheels. Touchdown! Welcome to the moon. In your face, Quint. All right, let's see what's up on the moon. Let's plant that flag. What do we name the flag? What's our landing site? Where are we? There we go. Welcome to the MUN Interplanetary Airport. It's like JFK, but not. We don't need any text on this plaque. We know what we did. We know what we've accomplished today. Alright, let's see if we can get back. We definitely have the fuel to get back. It's just, will this thing survive the atmosphere? No clue. Alright, well. Disable the brakes. Give ourselves some ground velocity to work with, and rotate ourselves towards the east. I think this takeoff is going to be fun. Before we continue, I'm going to follow the immortal advice of Kerbal Space Academy and press F5 for safety. Just in case something goes disastrously wrong. Okay, let's proceed. V1. V2. Cleared the runway. Given our actual position, full steam ahead. Alright, we are going to take the return to Kerbin very carefully. I do not want to catch on fire and explode. Our space plane does not have heat shields. Okay, I'm trying to have us come in at 43 meters. Sorry, 43 kilometers up. That should still be in the safe zone of the atmosphere, maybe. Either way, I'm going to keep ourselves pitched up so that in the event that we are having problems, we will raise our altitude as we come in. You see this says 43.238. As we start hitting atmosphere, that should start increasing. I have to hit atmosphere first, though. There we go. We've hit atmosphere, though. See how it looks. 43.229. Not good, not good. A little bit of thrust to give us, you know, the control we need. Okay, the temperature is getting extreme immediately. Face ourselves retrograde relative to the surface and just hold on for dear life. The cockpit is our most fragile section of the ship, most susceptible to heat shield to overheat damage. Our apoapsis has shrunken significantly. So as long as we maintain steady control, this should get easier every pass. Turning off the engines. Altitude is rising. We are regaining control. I'm going to pitch us out of our nose backwards. Yeah, that'll give us a little bit of flare. I'm under no illusions that this is elegant. It just needs to work. Alright, so it seems like 50,000 is probably a better cutoff for safety. When we get to our apoapsis, we'll raise our peri a bit up so that we have a safer approach next time. How are we looking? 45. Changed. 1.5 million. Current altitude about to break atmosphere. 70,000. Okay, good. We will now face slightly forward and increase our apoapsis just a bit. Go from 45 to, let's say, 50. And then come back down. Should we go nose back or nose forward? I want to use our aerodynamic surface to slow down, but that can only really stably be done if we are nose forward. Also known as prograde. Okay, let's see how 45 degree above the horizon. We have heating, but we're already at 58 kilometers. If it's bad, we'll go back to retrograde. Pitching forward a little. Aerodynamically, we're stable. And we've bled a lot of velocity. Temperature's still good. And we are rising. Take this opportunity to lead off as much speed as possible now that we are in the safe zone. Go belly first into the air. Okay, we are almost circular at this point. A very good sign. I wonder if this will be enough. Like, this could be our final approach. If I break atmosphere, I'm going to actually have to reset and, like, increase our periapsis. Just because I don't want to go back to the dark ocean zone. Fuel is not something we have. Okay, no. We'll raise our orbit, aim for somewhere better. Go prograde, and let's just leave the atmosphere. Coming down to the wire. Okay, we are out of atmosphere. Alright, we are now back in a proper stable orbit. I'm just using this temporarily so we can go around the dark side of the planet and go to this nice long horizontal strip of land and only land. Now, let's get back to business. Alright, this is it. We are going for a landing. Okay, start flat to the air with a bit of a bias towards pitch up. even though we're rolled the wrong way. There we are. Belly is now properly down. We have 500 meters per second to work with. I'm going to be using probably most of it to throttle up away from the planet so that we can stay in the thin atmosphere for longer. How's our trajectory? We are descending. Unacceptable. You may think that speeding up makes us in a more dangerous situation, but no. Keeping ourselves at a high altitude is very important to making sure that we can slow down in a safe environment before going into the danger air. So even though we're raising our velocity to raise our altitude over time. Like the integral of altitude. Pause for a moment. Let's get... All right, yeah, we've earned a schism for this. Surface velocity under 2,000. It is taking full effort on pitch to keep us pointed up. This is the moment. And dropping, we are reaching 45 kilometers. The fire is starting. I can see the flames. vertical speed. I want vertical speed decreasing. Steady, steady. This is just a long, prolonged sense of mild tension. Alright, we're heading towards the giant lake. I'm going to try and redirect us south. I think we've done it. We're at 30 kilometers up and at only like Mach 4. We were at these speeds at like 20,000 last time. I think we're good. I think we're set. This is going to work. We just need to land. We've got plenty of land to do it with. Oh yeah, by the way, in my mind, just as a generic assumption, I assume Mach 1 is like 300 meters per second. I don't know if that's actually true. It's just what I pretend for using Mach numbers to describe my speed. And only in the context of Kerbal Space Program, where, you know, its Mach speed might be different than reality. $100. The air is thick. Our wings are doing things. We are no longer on fire. We've been calling it fire, but I'm pretty sure it's more of just like a plasma. There's no ignition just happening. It's just that the air is getting so hot it glows. Okay, we are now in regular flight. Except for the fact that roll control is still nuts. Actually, take the canards off of roll. It's still not helping. You know, take the elevons. Cut their deploy angle to like 10 degrees. Any better? Okay, you know what? Final. Toggle torque. Nothing. Oh, wait. The elevons are rolling. I forgot. That's probably a problem. Okay, yeah. Now we can't roll at all. Okay, put you back on roll. Okay, that is much more reasonable roll control now. Okay, don't flare too early. All right, the plan is to go above, past this tiny lake, into the open field over there. Given our glide slope, I think we can make it. maintain velocity. Find our glide. We're good. We're ready. Get back to a reasonable. Jimla, you ready? I'm ready. Technicals ready? Technicals are... There are a lot of people in chat for only being 2 people in chat. How many bots do we have? Okay, 200 meters. All is well. What's our radar altitude? A little less than 2,000, okay. Okay. Landing gear. 1, 2, and 3. Our mistake last time was going too slow. We just sort of belly flopped. We need to keep the glide and land into the glide. Do not go below 50 before touching the ground. We're going to be cresting a hill. Too soon. Throttle up. Maintain speed, get over the hill. How far away is the hill? Actually, the hill's pretty far. We might be able to land even before reaching it. Okay, okay, okay. Brakes. Brakes. Lock. We've done it. You were here. You're witnesses to it. That is the plane launched, got to the moon, came back. You were here for it. It happened. Ooh. We did it. Well, I'm calling that a victory. We accomplished exactly what we set out to do. We made a plane. We made a rocket that had wings on it so it looked like a plane. We launched it, got to the moon, landed, launched again from there, got back, landed like a plane because it is one. That's a win. We cut it close, but we did it. I can't stay too long to do extra stuff because I need to make sure that Quint's airplane shenanigans go smoothly. So I need to, provide like passive support and technical information and details, as is my role. But really happy that this stream did not have any technical problems. Turns out the trick is to have all of your technical problems before the stream starts, and then it'll be completely fine during the stream. Now we know. This is in TV. I'm Exception. Quint is currently on an airplane. Tune in for more stuff. We've passed 50 followers, so we're trying to do the affiliate push, but I don't know how to do that. We'll figure it out eventually. For now, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go. Have a good day and good night.